Hello, today I'm going to answer a question or share my perspective in one of the funny things that happened on the internet. People were saying or claiming that Universal Council is a soul harvesting organization. That cracks me up. I don't know. I have no idea how they come up to that conclusion because it's very funny. If you understand things a little bit about spirituality, people realize how ridiculous that statement is. They are making something, they're making themselves look bad without even realizing it. The only reason I'm bringing this up because it's affecting some of the people in my group as well. With KF Vietnamese, we have a few people that actually bought into that thing and that actually going around and sharing that Universal Council is a soul harvesting organization based from a statement that is shared from the Taiwan's group, Facebook group. And I share the clip of that speech by Mr. Keshe, and you can read the transcript on Taiwan's Keshe Foundation group. But when they did the transcript, they left a few things out. So it, first of all, it's bad broken English. The transcript is not complete. So it, especially when you, a certain part, when you leave a few words out, the phrase or the expression lose some or lost some meaning to it, because you have to go back and look at the original video to have a better understanding. If you have no idea about spirituality, about the teachings, and you just read that excerpt out, that transcript out, it's easily to be misled because, for one, it was not properly transcribed because it left a few words out. It's easy to misunderstand or to be confused what he's trying to say. Because, first of all, Mr. Keshe's English is not that perfect anyway. When he starts describing things or trying to say things in complete thought. And by bad transcribing, it makes the problem worse. Because people don't have an idea of spirituality or how things work. And by just reading the topic and they apply that as the conclusion and to make all this judgment and that impression without having to go back to the source to see what he was saying. And does that make sense? If people do their homework and go back and look at the video and see what he was saying doing that thing, then that statement is about Universal Council being a soul harvesting organization is really slander. It's a libel. You are slandering people. You are accusing people of things that you do not understand. That's going to make yourself look stupid and silly. That just shows you your level of consciousness and awareness that you just basically smack yourself in the face without realizing it. That is an expression I use often on people, that what you're saying, what you're doing is smacking yourself in the face without realizing it. And that's basically what they're doing. They're smacking themselves in the face without realizing how silly they sound from the lack of understanding and without lack of proof. That's basically slandering, and when you don't have nothing better to do than slander people, by not even able to properly explain how is the Universal Council a soul harvesting organization? Can you explain to me more in details? Just by making that statement, it has no meaning. It just shows you how silly you are. If you can explain in details how that happened, how that worked, yes, it may provide a case. But just by providing his words that poorly transcribed it to mean that, you should basically just smack yourself in the face and say, I'm stupid. Or I lack understanding of things, and just accusing people, just blatantly accusing people of things that I don't know what they're saying. Just rather, all we can do is easily admit, I do not know what he's saying or what he's explaining. And just go around accusing people of things. Or putting words into people's mouth. That is called slandering. That's not something a logical person or a knowledge seeker would do. So to me, I find that very funny because there's no way what that original speech come up to that. And people that just read the heading, just run with it and think, oh, that's what it is, without even doing any homework. And it's sad in my heart because there are a few intelligent, they're a little bit smarter than average in Vietnamese, but they take that as fact. Because those people, if you look at people, they walk two paths: service to self or service to others. Service to self people are very easy to recognize because the ego is very huge. And those people, yes, there are a few of those people in Vietnamese, and I have met them. And those people walk a different path. They take a little bit more time. They look at information, things in a distorted way. And they are there to prove themselves. And for people to, let's put it this way, they are attention-seeking people. They're not there to contribute, to add something of value. They're there to take. They are taker than not giver. You can put people in two categories: taker or giver. Those people that follow those anti-cash group that believe in, okay, Universal Council is a soul harvesting organization. People that normally fall to that thing is, one, they don't do their homework, or those that constantly follow those things, they are takers instead of givers. And they have this distorted perspective in life of things. So that just want to give my take on that because I find it really funny. And I have not confronted those people. I have not met them in a while because those people that there are in Vietnamese, yes, they're smarter than average. They've been following the technology, but they can't figure head or tail because if you are walking a certain path and the teaching is sharing a certain path, it's like two, my graph field is colliding. So those that are in service to others, when they encounter service to self or service to self people, when they go into the Keshe Foundation, where they bump into service to others, there's going to be a confrontation because two energy is opposite. They're going to be clashing. That's just how the basic mechanics of energy works. If you are a service to others people and you bump into someone in service to self, the two energies it's going to go clash. There's going to be confrontation. And there's going to be a different perspective of doing and seeing things. And that's very obvious when you bump into those people. The first obvious sign is that ego is, they are into themselves. They are taker, attention seekers, and they are not there to add, to contribute anything of value. That is just put it in a simple, easy way to recognize those people. And it saddened me because these people have potential to share things on a positive note and to add, but they only dare to take things to serve themselves, which just like too many of those people in Keshe Foundation. In Vietnamese, in KF Vietnamese, we have a few of those people that are visible, but that they still serve their purpose anyway in the overall grand scheme of things. Everybody add to the bigger picture in one way or another, whether they know it or not, whether it's, but most of the time it's not intentionally by them, but they do add value. When they service themselves, they do add value to bring things to surface that eventually we have to address, but they do add value in a certain way. And for that, we thank them. This just makes things more interesting. But again, my take on the statement on how the Universal Council is a soul harvesting organization is very funny. Those people need to explain themselves. Whether there's not just one of the things they accuse Keshe Foundation or Mr. Keshe and things, other things if you're going to do something, say something, at least make sense, add facts, add some detailed explanation. Just by making a statement without nothing to back it up, worst case is a slander. That's liable for a lawsuit. And you put yourself in a situation that look very silly. Okay, I just want to put that out just for fun. Something less easier to digest, because sometimes I want to add something, some information that just step down. So it's not too difficult for people to digest. Okay, thank you.